Kill him.
My turn.
How you doing, guys? BBird here again with a third Wi-Fi battle against Kecle. Probably stands for Kecleon from Serebii forums. This was an okay battle, I guess, considering how it turned out. I started with my ninja kicker. He brings out his flagon. I suspected it was Scarf, but there wasn't a whole lot he could do, so I went for it anyway. With the ice punch, 4 times effective. And as it turns out, I outsped it, which means it probably wasn't Scarfed. It didn't have a sash either, but it was a one-hit KO. So that took care of that. Things for a while to bring in. This is another one of those games that didn't have a lot of skill involved. I just tended to, just sweep the lot. Brings out his Zam. Decided to stay in for the ice punch. Didn't really suspect any Shadow Ball coming. And it almost KOs. But then he Calm Mind, so it tells me that maybe he was predicting a switch. But I don't really know why I would. So ice punch again, and I take out Zam as well. So that's 2 down in probably the first, 30 seconds of this match. Brings out Empoleon, which pretty much walls me now, so I'm forced to switch. And I decided to go to Salamence in the end. The reason being mostly just because I wanted to. I mean, it has Earthquake, which is going to do a fair amount of damage. I mean, sure, I fear the Ice Beam, but I'm really not terribly worried about it anymore. I probably would have brought out Stealth Rock anyway, which he does. So I got a free switch in there. And I go for the Earthquake, and he switches out, so we saw that coming, but, whatever. Brings in Cherrim, and wow, Cherrim. You don't really see those. It's an interesting choice. I guess maybe he had it from in-game. I don't even know if this guy even uses perks, so, but I finished it off with Dragon Claw. It was pretty much death fodder. Maybe he had something else to bring in later. But Cherrim goes down. Really no big problems there. Take a bit of Life Orb damage. And he brings in Sceptile. So Sceptile will outspeed me easily. And he tries to set up a sub thinking I'd switch. But of course, the last thing I'm going to do is switch out on a Sceptile. So I use Fire Blast. I probably could have used Dragon Claw, but I thought maybe just in case he didn't. You never know with these guys. But he went for the sub, broke the sub, and he hits me with a Dragon Pulse. And if you remember, my Salamence has a special defense nature, so that would probably easily KO it, especially after all the Life Orb damage that's been racking up. So it was fairly easy what to do from here on out. I brought out Ninja Kicker again, and he was suspecting Ice Punch, but at the same time, a stab high jump kick would have taken it out anyway. So I went with that. I mean, of course, Ice Punch would have rolled against Empoleon, and it was super effective. So he switched to Empoleon, high jump kick goes off and knocks it out in one hit. I mean, this was just one of the easiest matches I've ever had. I mean, I didn't even have to really, keep Salamence in. I could have switched to Metagross, and it wouldn't have probably been that big a deal. He probably would have set up a Leech Seed or something, or I don't know. But it wasn't that big a deal anyway. So high jump kick takes out Sceptile, because it's Scarfed, it outspeeds it, and brings in Kecleon. Hence the name, most likely, but at the same time, not the biggest threat ever. I think Kecleon's actually NU? Never used, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, it turns out it's a Choice Band Trick user, but he uses a Choice Banded Shadow Sneak, and it does about half damage, but it's no real big deal. So, and I use my high jump kick for a super effective win. I guess that was an interesting match, and I'll see you for the next one. See you later, guys.